No tactical gear for you today. I'm just out fucking around in the woods. Mike Steuben, VS Training, good guy. You need to check out his blog. I learned this off of there. He, in turn, learned this off of I believe it was a Royal Marine, a British Royal Marine. Mike's a United States Marine, but it's called the Commando Shelter, or the Royal Marine Rig is what he calls it. And then he expands it by doing a thermal version, which he calls the Jäger rig. So I'm going to post a link to that article for you guys to check out. Make sure you do. This is going to be the non-thermal version. We're using a plash palatka. We're using 2 stakes, and then we have 2 of these lengths of. We started off with 50 feet of paracord, cut it into 2 sections, so we have 25 each. We folded those sections over, and then we put knots about every 6 inches, every foot or so, just overhand knots, so that we create sections. All right, and more or less what we're going to do is set this up in real time, and then take it down again, so you guys can see how fast this system is. Now, you all know the ridgeline. The ridgeline has some advantages over this in the sense of, with this one, it's a very quick way to set it up, but you need to have 2 trees that are the right distance apart. With ridgeline, because you have a long piece of rope, it's easier to find those trees than this one. Also with the ridgeline system, you don't have all these knots. Every so often you have one long piece with 2 prussics, right? So if you need to use it for something else, it's a lot easier to do with the ridgeline than undoing all of these knots. But paracord is super cheap. We can leave these attached to our shelter, or make them attached with toggles so it's quick to take off and use the shelter for something else, because these plash palatkas double as ponchos, right? We might not want these tails hanging on it. But anyways, enough of that. We're going to go around the trees, and I'm not going to go too into detail because I'm going to post a link to the article. Basically, this is going to wrap around the tree, and when we come back around, we're going to pass one of these knots through here so that it backs up against the other knot and creates a stopper that's held in place by tension. And I'm going to go ahead and set that up, and you guys see how fast and simple this is. Just like that, our shelter is done. Bring it for a close-up so you can see what I'm talking about. So we go from the tarp, we go around the tree, we come back, and we pass this knot here through the gap that's created. And you can see the tension on that by how it's pinching my finger, right? And I'm just going to pull it through as tight as I can get it. You know, I have all these knots along here. I can adjust tension however I see fit. But if I want to go undo this, all you gotta do is give this a little jerk and this pops right off. So, quick shelter setup. We're gonna go ahead and take it down, which is even faster than setting it up. So let's get that readjusted. Just like that, I'm done. I could stuff this into my backpack if I was in a serious hurry to get out of here and be on my way. So, real quick, real simple setup. Has its uses and what have you. You can use this with a variety of tarps. If you use it with a thermal blanket, like what Mike shows you to do the Jäger rig, you can have some protection from thermal imaging, you know, try to stay hidden a little bit better. But yeah, I'll post the links, and you go ahead, read the article like a good boy, and see you.